Hi there, thanks so much for dropping in today to join me for the unboxing of the Expressions Vinyl Mystery Project Box for January 2023 that I helped curate. Now, if this is the first time we're meeting, hello, my name is Whitney and I'm the crafter behind the blog and YouTube channel Whiskey Whit. Over there, I love to share a ton of DIY projects as well as tips, tricks, and tutorials around budget home decor. Now, back in 2016, when I got my first Cricut machine, I discovered Expressions Vinyl and I've been a huge fan and customer ever since. So when they reached out and asked me to curate this box, I was beyond excited. So let's hop in. Let me show you all of the awesome vinyl as well as blanks that are in this box so you can hit the ground running and get creative in the new year. Now, as we know, January can kind of be a little meh, a little gray. I live outside of Chicago, so it can also be super cold. So I added some fun prints and colors into this box so that you can get creative and you can also bring some color back in after you have taken down all of your holiday decor come January. So if you're new to the mystery box, when you open it up, now that it's the mystery project box, you're gonna get 3 different groupings of things. So the first being your adhesive vinyl, and I love that they separate it. So we've got all of our adhesive stuff, especially if you're new, it's really nice to have it all separated because you're like, what needs transfer tape? What needs heat? What needs the... It is awesome because it's separated. So first up, let's run through the adhesive vinyl that's in there. This was all in its own envelope, and you also are gonna get a cheat sheet. This has information about what everything is in the box so that you know before you even get into it. It's also gonna give you information about suggested cut settings for both Cricut and Silhouette. As always, if you're unsure of a material or you haven't used it before, definitely do a test cut, but this is a nice place to start, especially because they differentiate between vinyl and vinyl plus, and especially as a beginner that can be kind of confusing, so this really helps take a lot of that apprehension out. So let's start with the pattern vinyl that I was given the opportunity to design myself. I went with this pink check to fit with Valentine's Day, which will be here before you know it, and then I also did this winter print which has snowflakes and hats and gloves and all the things you'd think of when it comes to winter, but it's nice because it's got purples and blues and pinks in it, so it's a little bit more vibrant and a little bit more fun, especially when it's freezing outside. When I do vinyl projects over on my channel, I always get questions about what my favorite vinyl is, and it has to be for day-to-day projects, the Orcal Permanent Vinyl 651. And so I've got 3 colors here for you that will go really well with these patterns. We've got the Traffic Blue here, we've got the lavender, and then I also went with soft pink. So you can either opt to use them on their own or along with the pattern vinyl because the colors, as you can see here, go together very nice. I also picked 2 other colors in the Orcal Permanent 651 vinyl, and these are hands down my most used vinyl in any of my projects, and that is the matte black and the matte white. I love the matte black because you can put it on signs and it doesn't have that shiny finish on it and it looks more like paint. Same thing with the white. I like the matte finish, so I wanted to include these, so if you've ever seen me use it or wanted to try it out, you can do a project and see the love that I have for the matte white and the matte black. Also in that pack, you're gonna get 2 sheets of their clear transfer tape. This is a great middle of the road sticky factor or tack, and so it's gonna pick up your vinyl, but it's also not going to rip any of your painted or delicate surfaces to shreds, which I love. I love wood decor, so in that vein, I wanted to get a stencil vinyl in there because it is one of my favorite ways to really take a project up a notch. It's also nice to know how to stencil because say you need 4 different colors and you don't have that vinyl on hand, it's nice to have a stencil film because then you can just fill it in with some paint that you have on hand rather than needing that color vinyl. So this is the Aura Mask 813 masking film, and I have a fun winter SVG that I will show you in one of my project videos how to take this and turn it into a really beautiful wood sign quick and easy. Then to round out our adhesive grouping of vinyl, I went with a really fun purple glitter. This color is Hyacinth. And then finally, I'm so excited about this one. This is something that I feel like you may not buy on your own, but I'm excited that you'll get it and you can test it out and see how you like it. But this is color changing vinyl. So this is cold to pink. So when this gets cold, if you put it on a glass, it's going to go from this really light muted pink color to a bright pink, which is going to be so fun for Valentine's Day. I have a really fun can wrap, those glass cans, an SVG that you can cut out in the matte black as well as this. You can layer it, and then your hearts within the design are going to turn a really fun color when you put iced coffee or whatever cold drink you want in there. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about this. Up next, I'm cracking open the HTV or iron-on packet within the box. And again, you're gonna get the same thing, this sheet, but they're also gonna give you suggested directions for how to attach the heat transfer vinyl using heat to your substrate. So first up is something that I feel like is going to be similar to that color changing vinyl we talked about on the adhesive side, where it might not be something that you've bought for yourself, but once you get to try it in this box, you're going to be hooked. So this is Expressions Vinyl Puff Vinyl, and it's awesome because you attach it with heat, but then it's also gonna puff up a little bit for you and give you a little bit more dimension and have it look a little bit more with extra pizzazz versus just a heat transfer vinyl. So got some really fun, both Valentine's Day as well as winter and everyday designs that you could easily use this with, have it be a little bit raised above your fabric or whatever you're using to apply it to, and it's gonna be so fun. My favorite on the adhesive side is that Oracal 651 permanent. Well, on the HTV side, it's gotta be this product, and it's the Siser EasyWeed HTV. So you've got it in black, in white, and then I also did the light pink because I think this will go really well with Valentine's Day, and then you can also add some fun text above those prints without making it too busy with your fun neutral colors. So I also did patterns for the heat transfer vinyl. So we've got the winter again with the hats and everything. But then in this one, it is a really fun, like light buffalo check with the purple color. So this is gonna be fun for Valentine's Day and winter. This can kind of go either way. So I am really excited to get crafting with these two. And speaking of being ready to go, you're also gonna have all of those cut files that I designed for you with these blanks in mind. So drum roll, the blanks for January 2023 are first, this beautiful wood round. I love making wood rounds to hang over wreaths or just hang on the wall. So you're gonna get this sign as well as some hardware so you can hang it up. We're going to definitely make this over. I've got options for both Valentine's Day as well as winter, and a couple different bottoms of stencils or designs you can cut out and apply right to the wood. And then for the heat transfer blanks, we've got these fun tote bags. So I've got a ton of general DIY ones. There's a really fun one that says this might be groceries, it might be crafts, who knows what's in the bag, but it's always nice to have an extra tote bag, either to go to the grocery store like I said, or just to stash your stuff in. So we've got 2 of these that you're going to be able to craft with until your heart's content. As a quick recap, here's everything that you're getting in the box for heat transfer vinyl. We've got the white puff, the winter print, purple plaid, and then black, white, and light pink Siser EasyWeed. And then a quick recap on the adhesive. We've got our traffic blue, lavender, soft pink, matte black, matte white, the Aura Mask 813 for stencils, a purple glitter, which is the color Hyacinth. We've got our cold pink color changing vinyl, and then our 2 prints that I did. And then don't forget, you got your 2 clear pieces of transfer tape. So literally you'll be ready to go once you open the box. Okay friends, so you've got your box now, you have got your cut files, and you have seen me unbox all of this stuff and share with you what was going on in my brain when I curated this and designed the items for you. So the only thing left to do now is get crafting, which is the most fun part. Now, while you're doing that, be sure to take pictures and share it on social media and tag Expressions Vinyl and me if you'd like, so we can see what you guys are creating. And if you don't already have a subscription to the mystery project box and this looks like fun to you, check the information down below in the description. I hope you have as much fun crafting with this box as I did curating it, and a huge thank you to Expressions Vinyl for letting me do that. I hope you have a wonderful and creative 2023. Bye!